People need play as well as work, though if your interest is deep enough, work and play can be the same thing. To some people, all their best work is a sort of play. They get so much pleasure from it and are so interested in it that they work when they don't need to. They are doing what they want most to do. It was the philosopher Plato who said, "All learning is best done as play." Nothing learned under pressure takes root rightly in the mind. So let children's work be a sort of play. People need work and play for the body and for the mind. They need music and dancing, rest and change. They need books and talk with others, with old friends as well as with new people. They need new knowledge to keep their old knowledge clear and living. A friend is someone you know and love, and with whom you have much in common. People you know only a little are not your friends in this sense, though they may become your friends if you get to know them better. People need to see beautiful things and to have beautiful things about them. Drawing goes back very far into our past. The drawings of animals copied on this page may have been made as early as 25,000 BC. Drawing can help to make ideas easier. The pictures drawn in this book, for example. But the greatest drawing and painting and sculpture can make our highest powers come into play. The drawings below are of two pieces of sculpture, one from India and the other from Africa. We need to hear beautiful things. Music may go back still farther in time than the other arts, but unhappily, we have no records of music before the discovery of writing. As with language, the writing of music may have started with pictures. Today, not only do we have ways of writing down music, but we can make copies of the sound of music as it is played. We need to make beautiful things. Today, the great cities of the world have public art galleries and museums where anyone may see the paintings and drawings and sculpture of artists through the centuries. Great cities have theaters where plays of the past and the present are acted. They have music buildings where great works of music are played. They have libraries where the best that has been thought and written can be found. Art and music and poetry come out of our greatest hours with ourselves and give others some of their greatest hours. We need to be alone sometimes to get to know ourselves better, though we need to be with other people too, to get to know them better and ourselves through them. The more we know one another, the better able we will be to live together in the world. The nations on the earth, the Chinese, the Indians, the British, the Russians, the Germans, the Americans, the French, and the others, know very little about one another. They look in different directions and have different ideas of themselves and of the world. They live in different worlds. This is good only if they have bridges between their separate worlds and get to know enough about each other. A little knowledge about other nations, too little knowledge, can make them seem bad. But we can't turn the clock back to yesterday when nations could keep to themselves and live without any knowledge of or help from other countries. The thing to do now is to get more knowledge about other peoples, and knowledge of other languages is necessary for this. We need many more people with a deep knowledge of other languages than their own. We have to know a language well if we are to know what people who use it mean and think. In English, as in any other language, we do not always say what we mean or mean what we say. This is true of some of the things we say every day. For example, how do you do? How are you? This is what people say on meeting. Sometimes they stop and shake hands. How are you? Looks like a question. It is written with a question mark after it. And sometimes, how are you is a question. One person may want to know if another is well or ill, how their health is, and so on.